We might be out of money in June.
Don't ask. It'll make sense at one point. We need a 2x180 meter plastic plate.
Morpheus.
We've hit the 1 million mark. Who's gonna carry the 1,600 kilograms of rice that is lost?
Me and Matthias sitting together and just saying we don't know. Are we burning the ship? Are we leaving money on the table?
It's 1 month of you being able to pay your bills, and you're basically going in insolvency.
Oliver, tell me, how's Black Friday going?
Black Friday's going well. From a numbers perspective, we're hitting target. We've had like record days. I think one of the things that's like interesting is that around this time of the year, the competition for attention is so massive. Like everybody, like ad volumes go up, ad spend goes up. So we're in this position now where we're like, especially in our biggest channels, which is like Meta, we're fighting for attention. And we often come into this like, not necessarily like an identity crisis, but it's a balancing act between, okay, we want to try and get as many eyeballs as possible, which usually means, trying to do something that's a little bit out there, possibly light-hearted, funny, this kind of thing, to get in front of people and to tell Meta, hey, this is an interesting thing that people want to watch, and then we try and land the message through that. However, we're very serious about being a science-backed brand, a brand rooted in science. So there's always the seriousness of that, which is the product testing, the scientific board that we have, the PhDs that are on that. And then also the sort of the light-hearted stuff that comes through usually around this time of year of Black Friday. So it's balancing the two out. The one thing that we don't want is to be putting out content there that's light-hearted, it's comedic. We don't want people thinking, oh, okay, well, if they're being funny about this, then they're not going to be taking serious the actual science and the product side of things, which couldn't be further from the truth. So it's always something that we're trying to balance. And if we aren't putting stuff out like that, trying to get some laughs, trying to get some attention, that we also put out content that makes people realise actually, or reconfirms to people that we take the science stuff incredibly seriously, and it's what we spend the majority of our day thinking about. Because we are a brand rooted in science, but wrapped in emotion, which is the comedy side of things. I think if Matthias could have his way, this is what he would dress like most days.
Yeah, you can just
Latte.
let's just get it in. Do that. Right, go.
Nog eens nodig? Ja.
What is this? It's a metal table for the lab shoot.
So we've actually been getting some meal prep lately from our friends at Flavor Labs. Changed the game. More protein, more diverse nutrients. He says he eats pasta.
Why is this better than just, going to the Albert Heijn? Or
Albert Heijn adds up into, it's full of preservatives, it's full of just really cheap ingredients. Whereas Michael, no seed oils, everything's organic, far more protein than you get, and it's not processed like chicken breast or anything like that. So
what about the time you save, right?
Yeah, of course. The fact that we don't even need to think about it, and they get delivered every Monday, is a huge win. Actually, it's a huge win. Got some steak and pumpkin pasta today. Cool.
So shout out, what was his name again?
Shout out Michael.
Shout out Michael.
A big milestone that we hit was we hit our first 5-figure day on the 16th, so not even Black Friday, so we hit 10k, over 10k in a day. This does not mean profit, this is very different to profit. Our business model, we often lose money on first purchase and we make our profit in our second and third purchase. That's the way that we're growing the business, because our lifetime value metrics, they work out like that. However, we are very, very close to hitting 1 million this year, which is another massive milestone. I think we'll probably hit that tomorrow.
Where the hell do you go? What's this whole mess?
Calling my office team a mess.
What's going on here?
So we have a shoot tomorrow for Rise and the new sleep branding essentially. So there's a lot of cardboard over here. And other random stuff. Like for example, why would we need a 2x2 or 2x180 meter plastic plate? That'll make sense tomorrow. Hopefully. The vision is blurry, but it's there. Somewhere deep down. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff. 4 models coming in. Ollie and I are doing a bit of that as well. On with Ollie said, it's going to be a bit of a mix between proper focus shots like the one you actually need, so like the product shots, and then a bit of fun and a bit of, I don't know, call it creative content. Because that's how we blend the business as well. So yeah. Now Eric's gonna overlay a beautiful snap to the actual shoot. Exactly that.
Alright boys, what do we have going on today?
Common passed on this beat, I made it to a jam. Now everything I'm not made me everything I am.
We're at the studio doing the, let's say, more creative shots for Rise and the new sleep packaging. One of them, guess the team. Then the actual models coming in this afternoon.
The actual models.
The actual models, yeah. Except Ollie is, of course.
Yo, you're kind of freaking me out over here.
Morpheus.
What is wrong with these?
Wait, oh, I thought your nose was just crooked.
It's just my face is crooked.
Here we go again. People talking shit, but when the shit hit the fan.
What have we done?
Oh man, we've just wrapped up a massive shoot. And it's the complete rebrand of 8 Hours. No, sorry, it's not the complete rebrand. It's a complete brand refresh for 8 Hours. Rise product shoots, Rise, just sort of studio shoots, refreshing the sleep stuff. This is all shout out to Matthias as well. This is his creative baby. So everything that you're going to be seeing over the next few months has been what he's been working on. So it's lived on a Figma for the last 4 or 5 months, and it's now come to life. So we're really happy. Some exciting stuff coming.
Anything to add to that?
As you can see, he's been working absolutely non-stop bringing this to life.
We've hit the 1 million mark, which is something I honestly wouldn't have believed. Probably at the beginning of the year. Even though I had it in the targets and all that, it's kind of, you're like, yeah, sure. But it also shown us that, like, it doesn't mean shit, honestly. People showing dashboards on Instagram or buy my course type of dudes, like, show us your bottom line, show us where you're at, because ours is negative, literally. Not by a lot, but what is it? We're like 20k?
Yeah, minus 30k for the year.
Okay, minus 30k for the year.
Minus 30k. Yeah, it's
and that's his fault.
yeah, it's kind of a bit of a catch-22. We want to grow to the point where we can turn a profit in the business, and we want to do that as soon as possible. However, we're not here to build anything short-term or mediocre. So it's requiring a lot of upfront investment. Channels, people, processes, people, talent is one of the most expensive things, but you just simply can't get it wrong. So we're paying a little bit extra maybe than we had initially thought, but we're so convinced that the talent that we're bringing on is going to actually help us get to that next level. So, that lands on our OPEX line, operational expenses, and so far our customer acquisition and our OPEX outweigh the revenue we're bringing in. So yeah, we're in the red, but that's it. We know it, we've accounted for it.
But we're also a bit stressed with that, like, not gonna lie. Because there's always, you kind of have a grip, but also you don't. Like, there's always stuff popping up left and right, and it's so hard to take the calculated decisions right now, because they're like calculated to 80%, but there's that 20% no man's land that could essentially, without a good buffer, burn a business, because that's how good businesses die.
Yeah.
It's just working capital. It's 1 month. It's not your revenue slacking. It's not nothing. It's 1 month of you being able to pay your bills, and you're basically going in insolvency. And we're trying to really avoid that. We've got CFOs now, fractional CFOs, keep us accountable. We've matured a lot, I think, as founders. A little less run and gun stuff, a little more calculation.
And that maturing often comes with me and Matthias sitting together and just saying we don't know. Like, we don't know what the decision is. You know, there's so many different things taken into consideration when it comes to a business going into this next stage of growth. Big bets. No longer, oh, should we chuck 1,000 here, chuck 1,000 there? Like, we're talking 60k salaries, we're talking offering out equity, big bets. And it's very, very difficult to sort of gauge an ROI, which is exactly what Matthias said. We're getting CFOs in who live and breathe the numbers to really help us, guide us. Are we burning the ship? Are we leaving money on the table? It's kind of one or the other. I doubt we're getting it exactly on the nose.
The goal is 5 million plus next year, and the goal is also to do that at kind of break even and not burning a ship. That's like the two things. So we're going to do a staggered approach. This little bad boy, Rise, launching next year. Hard marketing on that because we're so confident in this product, and then pulling it back probably a little bit, prepping for end of year, knowing when to push, knowing when to pull. I think that's general in life. It's not balanced. I said this on LinkedIn as well. Yes, I've become one of those LinkedIn founders, but like, I said this on LinkedIn, like, balance is a dividend from leverage. In the beginning you have none. So push, pull, that's what it is. Just know when to pull back at times. It's not doesn't mean it's like a one-way ticket to burnout, but I think both financially, bandwidth wise, emotionally, it's that push-pull where we live, and it's even where 8 Hours lives, right? It's kind of what we built the brand on, push and pull. So yeah, exciting times, scary times. Trying to show as much as we can, like showing the bottom line numbers. We'll never not do that. Even though it becomes trickier with investors on board, a lot of people watching. Yeah, it's transparency to the max, I guess. What we set out to be, but then in the beginning that's easy because we've got 2 eyeballs. Now, not that we're huge, but we've got quite a few. And it also means chatter around. Do we show our competitors too much? Who knows? We'll see.
Matthias.
What's going on with Ryan?
Yeah, tell me, what's the update? Fresh to my ears too.
Oh! So this is the right product. It's not quite where we want to be. Okay, very long story, I'm trying to keep it short. Notoriously bad at that, but hey. So we started thinking about Rise in the back end of 24. I pitched that to you back in Kenya, which was October 24. We did the formulation part with our scientific board. It's the first testing, us on ourselves, all that stuff. And the start of 25, started the conversations with our suppliers to try and get the source and the ingredients, everything. We locked off on that in May 25 with some tweaks to the formulation up until like July. Original date to delivery was end of September. Guess what we're now? Not out of September, no product. We had a lot of flavor issues. Quite hard to make this palatable, nice, natural, not using any sugar, stevia, a little bit, but like barely. It's quite hard. Then I think we've been transparent about that. Something's went wrong in the original flavoring. So we, even to our community, only launched with the samples 2 weeks later than we thought. Had to go back and forth. Finally got to where we're at with this, which is exactly what we wanted, the exact spec. But then again, essentially everything's produced in the Netherlands. Then it got shipped, the bulk, to Poland, where it got packaged, put in the boxes, shipped back to us. Somehow, in between that journey, 1,600 kilograms of rice disappeared. So that's about 50% of our order. And part of the bulk seems to have some mixing issues, causing coloring difference from the beetroot and apparently slight flavoring difference. So now we're going to get it back to the supplier, run all the tests again, get it back to the lab, remix it, potentially even redo it with long as lead times that are currently on pure creatine, and still trying to launch this in January, which is just, I mean, I've never had this much issues with a product. At the same time, this month has been super challenging, which I know, because our sleep product is produced in another facility, and while in the midst of production, one of the drainage pipes above in the facility broke and basically wasted 40% of our product. So instead of the original 15,000 pieces, we got like 7,000 to 8,000, which leaves us a bit in a supply crunch since we have our subscribers, we're still scaling, and it's just so nuts. I'm trying to pull together multiple suppliers, we need to vet them, Inform Sports needs to vet them, and then need to run lines so fast. Yeah, I'm just trying to say, like, yeah, that's not short, but hell, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Still confident as hell on this product, but it's killing us a bit right now. We've been building up some hype. We're sending out the samples to ambassadors for further test. We've done all the legwork, like literally, and beyond, but it's hard. It's just not as easy as you think. Never is. And this is like literally entrepreneurship. Can you sit with that? Can you stay in the water? Can you digest the wave? And at times, I wonder if I can.